natural turf. They had to play on the artificial turf. Plus, they play in the cold weather. You know, and the home field advantage adds a lot to it. So, you know, Dan Fouts went out there, used to play in 75, 80-degree weather. He's 59 below zero. It's going to kind of hinder his passing ability.
San Francisco, Dallas. Did you find that at all surprising?
Well, Dallas is a great turf player, natural, artificial turf player. You know, they get the Dorsett and the quick guys like that. They go out there in a little sluggish field like that, and San Francisco's used to playing on that, and it's going to hinder their performance a little bit. But they played better than I expected them to play. I figured San Francisco would beat them by a little bit more than they did, but they put on a good show, the quality team that they are.
Got to ask you for your Super Bowl prediction. Cincinnati versus San Francisco in the Pontiac Silverdome.
I think Cincinnati will beat them. Cincinnati has a little bit more experience than they do. I think the quarterback, Anderson, will be a little bit more poised than the other quarterback, and I think as far as offensive, defensive line, I think Cincinnati has a little bit of edge on them.
Okay. Well, I tell you, he was 2 for 2 in the pre-games because I talked with him earlier in the weekend. I'm going to listen to you from now on, really. I want to know, though, Fred, you've played in the playoffs now for a couple of years with the Buffalo team. Is there really a big difference between the playoffs and the regular season, and what is it?
Well, you know, the playoffs and the regular season. Regular season, you're playing game in, game out. You know, you can win one, you can lose one, and still be in it. You know, you play it in the playoffs, you lose one, you're out of it completely. So you got to put that in your perspectives. You know, you get in the game and you say, you know, we lose this one, we go home tomorrow, we're not going to be playing anymore. So you go out and give it all you can, and you know, try and polish up the game as best you can, and hope you can win it. We went out this year, we just didn't have the polish we had to have. Cincinnati had a little bit more poise than we had. Didn't put the mistakes on, didn't make the mistakes we had, and we lost.
You know, pro football is a game of trends. You know that as well as I do. And the last few years, everyone's going to that 3-down lineman. Now, why? I'd like to know why.
Well, 3-down lineman gives you the advantage of covering the pass a little bit better with a couple more linebackers and defensive backs. You know, if you can hold them, if you have 3 good linemen and a good nose guard, and you can step up the middle and have the ends rushing, you get those linebackers to cover the pass, a short pass, and you get the extra defensive back. So these things add a little bit more because the passing game is a little bit more predominant now in the game than it was before. So, you know, if you have a good nose guard and 2 good defensive ends, you're going to be a little bit more up on people if you can have the extra defensive back, extra linebacker.
They call your job nose guard or nose tackle, and people who watch professional football say it's the most thankless and the most difficult job in pro football. Does it take a special kind of person to do that, to get down in the trenches? Because you take an awful beating.
Well, when you're on a center, you know, when you get buried by 2 guys, no one notices. You know, you get a pile on top of you, and no one sees who you are. Every once in a while, you got to jump offside so someone can say, hey, I know that.
That's him.
Yeah, that's him down there.
Imagine us 2 going against him.
But it's, you know, it's a tough position, but once in a while you get your gratitude. You pick up a fumble, and you jump up and down and say, hey, look at me, I'm playing here, too.
Fred, I want to go back to '79 when you were drafted. You played at Boston College, you played at Waltham. Were you a bit disappointed that the Patriots passed over you and picked Rick Sanford, actually, and then you went to Buffalo? Well,
I came from Waltham High, and I went to Boston College, and I kept it all, you know, relatively in the area, and I figured, why shouldn't I be drafted by the New England Patriots? You know, I'm a Boston kid, and I've played at Boston all my life, and, you know, I think it would enhance the Boston team, keeping guys in the area, even like Danny Ross, one of the best tight ends in the game today, and they let him go too. I figured that I had a good shot at playing with them. They let me go. It's going to be disappointing. You know, I'd be around here, my family could watch me play, and you know, different things like that. But I'm happy in Buffalo. I would have liked to stay around here, but I can't cry over spilt milk.
Well, given the success that you've had at Buffalo and given the problems that the New England Patriots have had in the last couple of years, you may have done better off in Buffalo. Fred Smerlas, thank you very much for taking time out and being with us tonight. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Good luck next year.
He's going down to Hawaii for the Pro Bowl game, and Patriots sure could use a nose tackle like him. Well, it's all down to 1 game in the NFL, and when Sports 7 returns, John and I will make our picks